Well, you know, my first experience of teaching in Montreal in 2010 was very meaningful for me. It made me realize, the potential in terms of what therapists here are able to achieve for themselves if given the right training context. And so I'm really delighted to come back in September 2011, especially at the level of a master's practitioner, because most training programs, they tend to teach kind of skills and techniques, and it's fairly academic and can be fairly dry. But of course, therapy is about people, and that's how I like to teach at that level, to teach therapists how to look into the hearts of their clients and make a difference at that kind of level. And so the Masters is really all about that. It's about how to be a really wonderfully empowering, caring therapist, rather than just learning techniques, because that kind of happens on a practitioner course anyway. So the Masters has to bring out the master within the therapist, so they do wonderful work. So the emphasis is very much on how people feel, the therapists themselves, the state they go into, how their unconscious mind communicates with the unconscious mind of the client, because that's just so important. It's not a dry process, it's a very, very personal experience for the client. And so the therapist needs to have that very intimate communication at a other than conscious level. And so that's what I'm teaching, really. And I'm just so pleased to come back and be available for people here. I think it's going to be not only an exciting experience, but a deeply moving experience. Well, I'm certain of that, because my 4 days in 2010 is just very deeply moving for me and everybody. And I think at the end of the master's course, there'll be some dramatic shifts for people in the way they perceive themselves and the way that they interact with others.